There is a food bowl in your kitchen right now, and the next time your cat leans over it to eat, I want you to look closely at the side of their mouth. Because hidden along those back teeth, under the lip where you almost never look, there is very likely a thin, sticky, invisible film already forming. It feels like nothing. It looks like nothing. And in about 24 to 72 hours, that soft film hardens into a yellow-brown cement that a toothbrush can no longer touch. What if I told you that the slow, silent damage starting in that bowl is the single most common disease I see in cats, and that almost no owner catches it until it is painful, expensive, and far along? I am Dr. Leo Tran, your neighborhood vet, and in the next few minutes I am going to show you the one simple thing you can add to that bowl tonight that stops new plaque from ever getting the chance to harden. It costs a few dollars. It takes about 10 seconds a day. And by the time we are done, you will understand your cat's mouth better than most owners ever will, and you will never look at that bowl the same way again. So stay with me, because the part most people get wrong is the part that matters most. Let me start with what is actually happening inside your cat's mouth, because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. I want you to picture a cat I treated last year. Her name was Luna, a sweet 7-year-old tabby, and her owner brought her in only because her breath had turned sour. No other signs. Luna was eating, purring, acting completely normal. But when I lifted her lip, the back teeth were buried under hard brown tartar, and the gums behind them were an angry, swollen red. That mouth had been hurting quietly for years, and nobody knew. Here is how it begins. Every single time your cat eats, a thin layer of bacteria mixes with their saliva and forms a soft, sticky coating on the teeth. We call that plaque. In those first hours, plaque is soft, and it is completely reversible. You can wipe it away. But here is the part most owners never learn, and it is the whole reason cats are different from us. In a cat's mouth, that soft plaque begins turning into hard tartar incredibly fast, often within a single day or two. Once it becomes tartar, no brush on earth will remove it. At that point, only a veterinary cleaning under anesthesia can take it off, and tartar is not just ugly to look at, it is rough. And that rough surface gives even more bacteria a place to grip, so it grows faster and faster. Worse, it creeps down under the gum line into the place you can never see, and that is where the real trouble starts. Down there, it triggers swelling, redness, and a low, constant infection we call gingivitis. If you want to catch this early, here is exactly what to look for. A thin red line running along the edge of the gums, right where they meet the teeth. Breath that has turned sharp or sour, the kind people wave off as just cat breath. A cat that suddenly prefers one side of the mouth when chewing, or drops a few pieces of food, or paws at their face. Drooling, sometimes with a tiny tint of blood in the water bowl. Any one of these is your cat trying to tell you something is wrong. And if you have noticed even one of them, do not click away, because what I am about to show you is exactly how to stop it. Now here is why this matters so much more than a bad smell, and this is the part that surprised even me when I first learned it. By many estimates, the majority of cats over the age of 3 are already living with some form of dental disease. The majority. Think about that. If you have an adult cat, the odds are not in your favor. And the damage does not stay politely inside the mouth. When the gums are inflamed and bleeding, that opening becomes a doorway. Every time your cat chews, a small wave of oral bacteria slips directly into the bloodstream. From there, it travels through the whole body. Veterinarians have long connected advanced dental disease in cats with extra strain on the kidneys, the liver, and the heart, the very organs that quietly tend to fail as cats grow older. So that thin film on the back teeth is not a cosmetic problem, and it is not vanity. It is a whole body problem that begins in a bowl, and it can quietly steal years from your cat's life. That is why I refuse to treat dental care as optional, and after today, I hope you will not either. And some cats carry even more risk than others. Certain breeds, like Persians and other flat-faced cats, have crowded, crooked teeth that trap plaque far more easily, so it builds up faster and hides deeper. Purebreds like Siamese and Abyssinians can be prone to early gum disease too. Age raises the risk a little more every single year, and a cat that has already had a dental problem once is far more likely to have another. But here is the important part, and I want you to hold on to it. No matter the breed, No matter the age, the daily defense is exactly the same. It is simple, and it all starts at that bowl. So even if your cat is older, even if the odds feel stacked, you are not too late to help them today. So if this disease is so common and so serious, why do loving, attentive owners miss it for years? There are two reasons, and they work together against you. The first is what I call the dry food myth. For decades, people were told that crunchy kibble scrubs the teeth clean, like a little toothbrush in every bite. For most ordinary kibble, that is simply not true. The piece shatters at the very tip of the tooth and never touches the gum line, which is exactly where the trouble lies. It is a little like believing that eating a cracker cleans your teeth. The second reason is far more heartbreaking, and it is pure cat. Cats are masters at hiding pain. It is wired into them from the wild, where any animal that looked weak became a target. So a cat with aching, infected gums will keep eating, keep purring, keep curling up in your lap like nothing is wrong. They will quietly chew on one side, slow down at the bowl, and we tell ourselves they are just getting older or just being picky. By the time a cat actually refuses to eat because of its teeth, the disease is usually severe, and that breaks my heart because it was almost always preventable. If you are finding this helpful so far, do me a quick favor and tap that subscribe button, because I share simple, practical cat health tips like this every week, and I would hate for you to miss the next one. Now let me show you the fix. If you are starting to worry a little, that is good, because worry is what gets us to act. But do not panic, because here is the part that genuinely changes everything. You do not have to wrestle a toothbrush into your cat's mouth twice a day to win this fight. I will say that again, because it is the relief most owners need to hear. You do not have to brush every day to protect your cat. The real secret is not removing tartar after it forms. It is stopping the plaque from ever hardening in the first place. Prevention, not repair. And that brings us to the one simple thing you add to the bowl. It is a veterinary dental water additive, ideally one with enzymatic support. Let me explain exactly what it is and why it works, because the science is actually beautiful in how simple it is. A water additive is a tasteless, odorless liquid that you measure into your cat's fresh water bowl every day. Your cat drinks normally and never even knows it is there. There is no fight, no stress, no chasing them around the house with a brush. The good formulas are built around two things working together. First, safe enzymes that interrupt the bacteria and break down the sticky matrix they use to glue themselves to the tooth, so plaque can no longer organize itself and harden into tartar. Second, gentle antibacterial agents that lower the overall bacteria load in the mouth. And here is the genius of it. Your cat does not drink once a day. They sip again and again, all day long. So with every single sip, that treated water washes over the gum line, bathing the exact place a toothbrush always misses, around the clock. You are not cleaning the teeth once and walking away. You are turning the water bowl itself into a quiet, constant, around-the-clock defense system that works while you are at work and while you are asleep. Now let me be completely honest with you, the way I would be sitting across from you in my own exam room, because trust matters to me more than hype. This additive is a prevention tool. It is not a magic eraser. If your cat already has hard brown tartar cemented onto the teeth, like Luna did, no liquid on earth is going to dissolve it. That tartar requires a professional dental cleaning, and if you see it, you should book that cleaning with your vet. I do not want you to watch this video, buy a bottle, and assume an existing problem will just melt away, because it will not. What this additive does brilliantly is protect a clean, healthy mouth and stop new plaque from ever becoming new tartar. So you break the cycle. You stretch the years between cleanings. You keep a good mouth good. Think of it as guarding the gate every single day, not storming a castle that has already been taken. And let me give you one more reason this matters, a very practical one that hits the wallet. A professional dental cleaning for a cat is not a quick brush at the counter. It requires full anesthesia, because no cat on earth is going to hold still for scaling and dental x-rays. That means blood work beforehand, an intravenous line, careful monitoring, and a recovery period. Depending on where you live and how far the disease has gone, that single visit can run anywhere from a few $100s to well over 1,000 once teeth have to be extracted. And in an older cat, anesthesia itself carries a small but real risk every time. So when you stop tartar from forming in the first place, you are not only sparing your cat pain, you are sparing yourself a serious bill, and you are sparing an aging cat from going under anesthesia again and again. A few quiet seconds at the water bowl each day is, quite literally, one of the best returns on investment in all of pet care. So here's exactly how to use it, step by step, so you get this right. First, the label. Look for a product that carries the Veterinary Oral Health Council seal, often written as the VOHC seal. That little seal matters more than any marketing claim on the front of the bottle, because it means the product was actually tested and proven to reduce plaque or tartar, not just claimed to. If it does not have that seal, be skeptical. Second, check the ingredients and avoid anything containing xylitol, alcohol, or strong artificial flavors, because those do not belong in your cat's water. Third, follow the dosage on the bottle exactly, usually a small capful per bowl of fresh water, and change that water every single day. Consistency is the entire game here. A clean bowl with fresh treated water every day, without fail, is what wins. And fourth, here is how you check your own work at home. Once a week, gently lift your cat's lip and look at the gum line and the back teeth. Over the coming weeks, you are looking for two things: fresher breath and gums that stay a calm, healthy pink instead of an angry red. That is your proof, right there in the mouth, that it is working. While that additive does its quiet daily work, let me give you a few more easy wins that stack on top of it. First, if your cat will tolerate it, add a dental gel or an enzymatic toothpaste a few times a week. You do not need a full brushing battle. You can simply rub a little along the gums with a fingertip or a soft piece of gauze, and even that makes a real difference. Second, offer a dental treat or a dental diet kibble that is specifically designed and sized to wipe the surface of the tooth as the cat bites through it, instead of shattering on contact like ordinary kibble. Look again for that same VOHC seal on those products. Third, pay attention to water itself. Many cats simply do not drink enough, and a cat fountain with moving water often encourages them to drink more, which means more of that treated water washing over the teeth and better hydration for the kidneys at the same time. And fourth, the one that is completely free. Get a real veterinary dental check at least once a year and twice a year for any cat over the age of 7. Your vet can spot trouble hiding under the gum line that you will simply never see from the outside. And if you have a kitten or a young cat, this is the best news of all, because the perfect time to start is before there is any problem at all. A young mouth that has never built up tartar is the easiest mouth in the world to protect. Start the water additive while they are young. Get them used to a gentle fingertip along the gums while they are still playful and trusting, and you may hand them a whole life with almost no dental disease at all. It really is so much easier to keep a clean mouth clean than to rescue one that has already gone too far. I have seen cats reach 15 and 16 years old with bright, healthy teeth simply because their owners started early and never skipped a day. That can absolutely be your cat. Before I let you go, let me clear up a few quick myths I hear in my exam room almost every week, because they keep good cats from getting help. Myth 1, dry food keeps the teeth clean. We covered that it mostly does not. Myth 2, bad breath in cats is normal. It is not. Healthy cat breath is fairly neutral. Sharp, sour, or rotten breath is a medical sign, not a quirk. Myth 3, if my cat were in pain, it would stop eating. By the time a cat stops eating from dental pain, things are usually severe because they hide it for as long as they possibly can. And myth 4, dental care is only about the mouth. By now, you know the truth. It is about the kidneys, the liver, the heart, and the years you get to keep your friend. So tonight, when you fill that bowl, I want you to remember what is really happening there. That bowl can be the quiet place where a silent disease begins, or it can become your cat's daily shield. The choice is a few dollars and about 10 seconds away. Walk over, pour the fresh water, measure in that additive, and you will have just done more for your cat's long-term health than almost anything else you could do today. Luna, by the way, is doing wonderful now. Clean mouth, sweet breath, and a very patient owner who never misses a day. If this opened your eyes to what is hiding in your cat's mouth, do me one small favor and tap that like button, because it genuinely helps me reach other cat owners whose cats are suffering in silence right now. Hit subscribe so you never miss our cat health tips, and tell me down in the comments, when did your cat last have their teeth checked? I read every single one. Until next time, give your cat a gentle scratch behind the ears for me from Dr. Tran. Trust your